Do, do, do. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay, whoa. I was getting sidetracked. I was so stunned with this. Literally just spoiled as I was about to start the stream, and yeah, speechless. This absolutely changes everything for dinosaurs. Oh my goodness. Oh, of course it's not translated into English, but okay, well, we'll marvel at this absolute yeah. I'm just double checking everything is good, because last night it didn't start out perfectly. For whatever reason, the stream didn't connect, or it was black for quite some time. So hopefully everything is okay. But yeah, Headlong Bonkasaurus. It's not the actual name, it's Belligerent something or other. Hammerskull, I believe. A 6/6 dinosaur for 2 and a green. Oh, Nash, how's it going? How's your... Yeah, I was taking quite some time to make the thumbnail. I'm trying to do that a little bit more, balance it. I would love to just slap a thumbnail together in 5 or 10 minutes, which I certainly could do, but I like trying different stuff. Tonight, refining the dinosaur deck, minor tweaks. So I thought I'd add this cool book effect with a nice little bit of a glow. I've always had that idea in the back of my mind, so I thought I'd test it. And yeah, as I was doing the finishing touches on it, we're going to get even more good dinosaurs. But yeah, this is hopefully tomorrow I start a little bit earlier. I think I should be able to. I'll try and make the thumbnail maybe before the stream, so things get started a little bit sooner. But if anybody else is watching later on or in the morning on your drive to work because you're already asleep, oh my, the rumblings. Maybe you're woken up by the ultimate power of the Headlong Bonkasaurus. Again, a 6/6 dinosaur for 2 and a green. Whenever Headlong Bonkasaurus attacks while you don't control another dinosaur, you put a stun counter on it, but that basically is out of the way. So we now have a dinosaur, 3 for a 6/6, and it can benefit from the maximum cost reduction of Huntmaster, Marauding Raptor. This is like the better Wayward Swordtooth. It just is. Oftentimes Wayward Swordtooth isn't always allowing us to play an additional land, so this is just better, more power, more toughness. What more could you ask for? And this will be able to attack and block sooner than the Wayward Swordtooth. 1 green for a 6/6 haste, or a 6/4 haste with Otepec Huntmaster. 2 green for a 6/6 haste. You play Otepec Huntmaster first, well then Marauding. You would want to play Marauding, and then this for a single green on turn 3. And oh, well, they're getting kind of crowded with this guy. Oh boy, man, this, at least for me, this definitely pushes out Wayward Swordtooth 100%. Yeah, big time. Absolutely. Just imagine, Huntmaster, turn 2, turn 3, Marauding Raptor. This thing is costing 1 green. Maybe you play 2 of them after Marauding Raptor because you have 3 lands, but maybe, just maybe, you're still stuck on 2. That's not so bad. You play Marauding for a red, this for a green, give it haste. Attack with a 6/4 on turn 3. Quite decent. It's like this is the better Rotting Regisaur, and it's in green. We don't even have to dip in black. Think about that. Rotting Regisaur costs the same, and it's only 1 more power, which is like a whatever. For a heavy dinosaur deck. No mana dorks, no Bone Crusher Giant, really heavily into dinosaurs. This is like eons better than Rotting Regisaur. better than Wayward Swordtooth. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. Why would I want to play this? But why would I want to play Marauding Raptor instead of this? You really have to ask yourself that question. It doesn't really seem worth it, unless it's a deck that doesn't have a lot of dinosaurs. You just want to use Marauding Raptor straight up, which is, pretty fair. But if it's an actual heavy dinosaur deck, I mean, this is... Oh my, I don't really see too many situations where I would want to use the other dinosaurs for 3. This is going to help power out Galta so much easier. The Great Henge, of course. Yeah. This helps power out the Great Henge even quicker, easier. Oh man. Okay. It's going to be good. I'll collect my thoughts. I won't get off on too much of a tangent. We'll jump into the matches right here. I just wanted to get a little bit out, and I'll make an actual video on this, maybe once we get the English version of it. But whew. Wow, okay. I knew we were going to get some good stuff, and yeah, we got some good stuff. Let me make sure I turn this off properly. Okay. Oh, not the in-game test. I showed that last night. Oh, there we go. Everything looks to be doing good. Just making sure it's all still connected. No funny business like last night where it was blank for half the time. That was unfortunate. I think it's still good. Yeah. Okay, well, into the list. Hello and welcome to this fantastic dinosaur action, fantastic spoilers, minor tweaks. As you just saw, well, Wayward Swordtooth, you're out of here, buddy. Definitely. And I feel like I'd tweak it down to 22 lands and not feel like I have to have just a touch more to maybe play a few more each turn with Wayward Swordtooth's ability. Poof, instant switch out. Yeah, not much more to say. But the changes tonight. A couple lands in the sideboard. Karn's Bastion. Tap stat a colorless, but that 4 to proliferate with the Great Henge. I'm thinking that's pretty good. I could have quite a few creatures with 1/1 counters on them. So Karn's Bastion and the proliferate. Whatever. Choose any number of permanents and or players, then give each another counter of each kind they already have. So if whatever creatures you have with 1/1 counters, you just give them another. That's good. Make things a little bit better. But that also works with poison counters. With one of my favorites, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Hits them, boom. Toxic 4, they get 4 poison counters. Karn's Bastion, proliferate. Get them to 5. Maybe the opponent kills Tyrannosaurus Rex next turn. They're sitting at 5. Oh, that's rough. Karn's Bastion, at least from then on. At a bare minimum, I can keep proliferating. Turn after turn, get them to 6, 7, 8. But at least if I get them to 6, then I top deck another Tyrannosaurus Rex. It only has to connect. That's going to get them to exactly 10 poison counters, saving me a turn. Normally I would have to connect with Tyrannosaurus Rex 3 times. Sometimes that third time is a little bit rough. Or, at the very least, as long as they got the poison counters, proliferate. Another poison, another poison, another poison. I think I want to delve and explore proliferate a little bit more, especially because Tyrannosaurus Rex packs a punch. And getting to take out the opponent with the poison counter angle, I really like that, especially when it's tied to a land. Something pretty darn stable. And then also Scavenger Grounds, if we're facing off against Izzet, Torrential Gearhulk, something that deals with the graveyard. Of course, this is lovely. And naturally, I may want to trim Otepec Huntmaster. It dies to so much of that red-based removal for 2 damage or 3 damage. Yeah, that's That's not a good time. Ooh. So pretty much trim that, bring in the lands to hurt those specific decks. Otherwise, everything's pretty much the same. Hopefully, we finally face spirits once again. Crossing my fingers. It's got to happen eventually if I just keep the rending volleys in. We're going to bring it in for game 2. We're going to take out those pesky spirits. Yeah, I say we jump into it. It's going to be good. I'm quite excited. I'm buzzing. Oh boy, I'm trying to think what... Oh man, it's going to take me a little while to collect my thoughts on that new Belligerent Head Smasher Dinosaur. I got to look at the actual translation. I like Bonkasaurus. I think that's what I'll continue to call it. Scryfall with their previews. If it's a card that's not in English, they come up with some pretty funny names. That's always nice to see during spoiler season. Ooh. Actually, I think I'll check my phone as we're here. I'll keep refreshing Reddit and all the preview sites, as I'm often doing now. Oh boy. Cool. Wonder if they're going to play a dinosaur deck. Nothing much yet. Still just the Headlong Bonkasaurus. Oh my goodness. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. And also, if we crash and burn, I prepared another little clip, a video. Yeah, if we don't quite get the job done, well, I've got that ready and waiting. Countered or killed, fatal push, or maybe something like that. Not so fun. Oh, sacrificed. Well, we still got tons of lands, tons of creatures. The Great Henge, I think there could be a pretty good chance we get there. Hopefully. Goes Castle Garenbrig again, Wayward Swordtooth, hoping that everything sticks around. And I may be able to go the Great Henge next turn. I imagine it would be countered. Pretty much guaranteed at this point. Okay, no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Carnage Tyrant instead. Yeah. Don't even think about it. They have all that mana up. You want to do this. 100%. Get them. And that's the lovely power of Castle Garenbrig. We would not have done that otherwise. What are they going to do? Okay, I was actually thinking about that. Fortunately, we have Wayward Swordtooth, and we hope they don't have a third Shieldred Zedic. That would just be no fun. Painful. Hopefully they play some stuff, and then we get to go the Great Henge next turn. That would be absolutely... divine. You know what, I'm going to try for Marauding Raptor. I'm going to see what that draws out. See if we can't resolve the Great Henge after they maybe do something to this. They're going to run out of things eventually. Do it. Do it. Good. Good. They only have 1 mana left. That's exactly what I wanted. Whew. Go time. Hopefully Tyrannix Rex next turn with the additional green mana from the Great Henge. I think that's going to happen. Oh, Extinction Event. That's pretty darn good. Doesn't matter too much at this point. They got a lot of those artifact thingamajigs. Yeah, but we got the great Tyrannix Rex. Gets the job done. Nuts. Draw a card. Let's do it. Ooh, Cinderglade. Beautiful. I mean, if they don't have Extinction Event or something to make me sacrifice it, they're dead. Mostly dead. Pretty dead. Okay, that's also pretty good and annoying. Always annoying. The Evoke Despair, Shieldred Shieldred's Edict, sack, exile, counter. Not fun. However, this is pretty fun. Can I go with Galta this turn? Regis Alpha is 7, will be 8. Because it gets a counter. Let me think. Can I make 9? Let me do the math. Castle Garenbrig, 5, that's 6, 7, 9. Yeah, no, I think that. Pretty sure that's right. Yeah, that's pretty good. It does a trick. Draw a card, counter, haste, boom. Huh.
Ruthless aggression.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Oh my goodness, that was a good way to start. Devastating. It's very nice. I was like, oh, I thought they might let Marauding Raptor happen, but worth a try. And fortunately, we drew out that change to the equation to get the Great Henge to draw the cards to do all of that beautiful stuff. And you saw how easily Galta came down, even though she wasn't fully reduced. Who cares at that point? You're paying 4 for a 12-12 trample. Packing a punch. However, we're facing off against counter spells. Shifting Ceratops in big time. Will we get Galta? Could be even rougher. We got very fortunate. Absolutely. I'm just going to trim her completely. I don't think we'll get lucky again. That's for sure. Otherwise, I think everything's probably pretty safe. We just got to get a bunch of bodies down. These artifacts with the Chromehost Seedshark, actually, that could be pretty devastating. I would like to take it out, potentially, and I could do that with Rending Volley. But that may be pretty much one of the only creatures they have. I don't think it's worth it just for that. We'll still probably get the job done. I hope. Yeah, keep it like that. All right. Whew. I could maybe work with that. We're on the draw. We got an extra chance to see a land. Bunch of stuff for 2 with the Thought Seizes and the Fatal Pushes. We'll just keep playing that and see if they run out of gas at some point. Ooh, yeah, maybe a little bit too much of it. It's been a long time since I've seen 3 Otepec Huntmasters. Painful. Maybe they're wondering about playing something or keeping up a counter spell, foretelling. Yeah, they're shook, having all that damage dealt to them the previous game. Get there eventually. Okay. Stomping ground. There we go. What did I say? We got, a good chance to see more lands. That is going to be fantastic. We'll try for the first one. See if it's changed the equation. Fatal Push, Shieldred's Edict. It's not sticking around. That's for sure. Very similar to the first game. Okay. I'll take it. We could double up on a Huntmaster plus Marauding Raptor next turn with this Stomping Ground. Huntmaster for 2, Marauding for 1. I don't think that's going to happen, but of course, we still try for Huntmaster and hope for the best. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, the opponent's got to get these counter spells out of their system, or make use of the counter spells before Lost Caverns, because those things are going to be doing basically nothing. I'm excited to never worry about counter spells ever again. It's going to be devastating. It's going to come down, I'm going to name Dinosaur, and maybe some opponents are going to start conceding on the spot. If they have a bunch of counter spells in hand, they just know it's over at that point. Playing something each turn and playing multiple things in a turn are very good. They're really going to run out of gas for sure. They could have Extinction Event. Hopefully that's not. Okay. Now, exiling all the Marauding Raptors is pretty rough. Topiary Stomper next turn, I would hope. Yeah, we still get the job done without it. We got a little bit of a cost reduction with Huntmaster there. And hopefully all they have is a counter spell. Oh, so maybe all they have is Fatal Push. Maybe they draw it. Take him out. Never seen that before in my life. There you go. Hashtag pre-recorded. And we got that 5th land. Beautiful. Regis or Alpha. Tapped out. Can't counter. Start doing a little bit of damage there. And possibly attack with Topiary Stomper next turn. If we happen to get another land. We would be at 6. Topiary Stomper would get us to 7. And we would be in heaven. They take out Castle Garenbrig. That's why you have 4 copies. Not just because it's so good, but if somebody can take something out, that's what they take out. No, we got it, folks. Folks, we got it. Yeah, they only have 1 black. They can't counter this turn. If they had some blue up, maybe they would have stopped it. But I'd rather just get ahead in the land department. Hasty shifting next turn. Okay. Got the job done. Well, that is a very, very strong start tonight. A sign of things to come, perhaps. I'll take it. Didn't seem like there was a whole lot they could do. They tried to do everything they could, and it still wasn't enough. All these fatal pushes and making us sacrifice and invoke despair. Sometimes invoke despair just ain't fair. But I don't care, because my dinos are there. Ooh. Stafford's Bees. I wonder what that is a reference to. Not quite gonna cut it. I would imagine I draw something for 2 or 3 coming up with those 4 lands. Maybe I'd keep it if one of those was Castle Garenbrig. Okay, well, that's a little bit better. Definitely like it. Send the Great Henge to the bottom. I do have 3 copies, but it is a legendary thing. Oh, ooh, okay. I got excited for a second there. I thought we were facing off against Mono Blue Spirits. It's just Azorius artifacts, 1/1 counters, and stuff, perhaps. Ooh, Hardened Scales. Simic Hardened Scale. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. We'll still play that lovely Karplusan Forest. Marauding Raptor. We should be getting to Carnage Tyrant at the very least, I think. We got 4 lands, technically 5 with Topiary Stomper here. Okay. Simic artifacts. Putting a bunch of counters on all their stuff with steel. Oh, Agatha's Cauldron. Okay, this is my first outing. With that's not good. That's not good indeed. So Agatha's Cauldron. You can spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. So everything is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, it's not going to be a whole lot of fun. But the Surge Engine is not going to be bigger than Marauding's power. Temporarily, Marauding ping goes to 4. That's exactly what we're wanting. Maybe see a... Oh! See a Galta? I'll take a Galta at this point. Yes, please. You better watch out. I imagine they would trade with it. With the Surge Engine. That would be nice. It's about to get a lot... Okay, good. Good. Surge Engine here. They can tap to put a counter on each artifact creature you control because with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, exiled a Steel Overseer. So this gained that ability. But eventually they can spend mana to make the Surge Engine become a blue, base power and toughness, 5/4. Yeah, it just gets worse and worse and worse. They can pay 1 blue to have it lose defender and gain it can't be blocked, and well, it would be done for at that point pretty darn quick. Would not be a great time at all. Fortunately, that hangerback walker does not have haste. Otherwise, things would get even crazier. Okay, we can make that work. I think we'll have some massive creatures. It may be too little too late for them. Just doing the math, yes. Castle Garenbreak, if we make 6 green, we spend 3 to reduce Galta by 5. Which brings her down to 3. Because the Wayward Swordtooth. Yeah. Watch this, folks. Oh, I love it. Hopefully they don't have too many sort of counter spells or whatnot. Oh, exactly. Perfection. Beautiful. Hopefully that's scary enough to get the job done. Man, I love it when the math comes together. I think we're safe. This opponent probably just wants to do their own sort of thing, I guess. Okay, can't be blocked. It's not too big. We're still at a pretty healthy 17. And at the very least, we go Regis or Alpha. We'll turn on Wayward Swordtooth next turn. Yeah, if this deck becomes more popular, I'm going to have to bring in Brotherhood's End to take out Agatha's Soul Cauldron, the Ozolith, paying 1 and 2 red to destroy all artifacts with a mana value 3 or less. Yes. Open another one. Okay, how many permanents do we got? 5. Oh yeah, has to be Regis or Alpha. Just to get us to 10 for that Wayward Swordtooth. I like it. I like it indeed. I imagine the Hangerback Walker probably would block the 3/3 token. Tapping to put a counter on each artifact. Oh, maybe not. Huh. I like the looks of this. Just keep taking all their creatures out. I think we should be safe. Okay, getting a little bit bigger. I'll take it. And I think it makes 1/1s, yeah, equal to its power. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hasty Carnage Tyrant next turn, I hope. We still won't turn on Topiary Stomper, unfortunately. But it's going to be good either way. If they can't do anything to Galta, they really have to hold back quite a bit of their stuff. If they have enough just to save themselves, they still would be hit with Regis or Alpha and that token there. They'll probably do some crazy shenanigans with 1/1 counters and artifacts. But overall, I think maybe we're safe. Maybe not. Those flying tokens could be rough. No, you don't want to attack, that's for sure. Woo! Now the question becomes, would it be better to play Carnage Tyrant? I think so. Everything is going to get pretty big. Yeah, I want the biggest thing that has trample. Regis or Alpha is the same power, 7 power in total, but with Carnage Tyrant having the trample, that's got to be better. And hopefully it's enough to get the job done. We have to be as aggressive as humanly possible every single turn, or else you're seeing things are going to get out of control if we didn't do everything we could. Galt is going to be taken down. Those tokens will be 3, 6, 9, 12. Actually, all those tokens will get absolutely massive. They can all tap themselves to make themselves big with... Oh, yeah, I see what's going on. The Steel Overseer, yeah, tap to put it on all the other ones, and there's... That's what's what. It's odd. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Okay. Yeah, they could have continually tapped the ones, all of them, that got the 1/1 counters on them, because they could have given everything else 1/1 counters. More stuff would have survived, but okay. It's my first outing against Agatha's Soul Cauldron, but we know we can do something against it. We don't have anything at the moment, unfortunately. Kind of need to exile graveyards. That could be absolutely devastating. I like it. I like it a lot. And just taking out artifacts, potentially. Straight up take out Agatha's Soul Cauldron. That's going to buy us a little bit of time. I think this is going to be one of the main things I look at if this deck continues to be pretty popular. Dinosaurs have something for everything, that's for sure. But they don't really do a whole lot to our own stuff. So we could get a very surprising Galta, I would imagine. Probably don't need Tyrannix Rex too much. Yeah, I can work with that. Yeah, Brotherhood's End, 100%. Smoke them. That would buy us a little bit of time. Yep, like the looks of that. Bunch of lands, Huntmaster, Topiary Stomper, Regis Ralph. Oh, they're mulliganing twice. It's good for us. This should be beautifully aggressive. I just want to check if there's more dinosaurs that were spoiled since. Man. Nothing yet, it looks like. Ooh, that's lovely, lovely dinosaur. Man, I can't stop looking at the Bonkasaurus. 3 for a 6/6. Ooh. Oh, the Hardened scale. So that is going to be a little bit problematic if one or more counters would be put on a creature you control. That many +1 1/1 counters are put on it instead. So hopefully we're fast enough. I think we probably should be. If we draw another land next turn, definitely I'll go with Wayward Swordtooth, just because I have so many in hand, and that could possibly be better than the Topiary Stomper. I might get a couple turns ahead with Wayward versus that. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad yet. We'll get the job done. And also we can play Topiary Stomper this turn too, straight up. Which is also quite nice. Possibly. We could be at 10 permanents next turn. We got 5 lands, 3 creatures. Regis or Alpha is going to be the 8th or the 9th and 10th creature. Marauding Raptor would be good as well. Very much so. Oh, go boy. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing. Yes, definitely. Oh, that's gonna be devastating. Smoke them. Wow. I like it. Hopefully they don't bounce it for 1 red. Or 1 blue, I should say. I don't think there's a whole lot they can do for 1, but you never know. Fading Hope. Yeah, they put some counters on it. All those counters go to the Ozolith, so it would really be good if we can take out the Ozolith, actually. They're going to put everything on one of the Thopters, but it may not matter. Especially if we are just going Carnage Tyrant next turn. That's going to be a lot of damage. And we turn on Wayward Swordtooth as well. Cut, how's it going? Oh, we got the new Dinosaur head. Bonkasaurus Rex, or whatever it's called. That's not the official name, but I did talk about it a little bit at the very start of this stream. It changes everything. Absolutely. I'm a little bit worried about what they're going to be doing. Huh. Register Alpha should get the job done. 7 plus Wayward Swordtooth, 5. That's a total of 12. If they have something that can deal with Galta. Yeah, that's good. That's good. They got 2. They're going to do something to someone. They have nothing to block with. Do they have 2 slip out the backs? Oh, they do. They do. Okay, well. Yeah, when you have 2 slip out the backs, that tends to do the trick. Okay. Nothing much you can do about that. Yeah. But we know. We will devastate that deck if we see it again. Maybe tweak some things. Brotherhood's End, that's where it's at. A very interesting cut, absolutely. Of course, the Ozolith, always very scary stuff. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had counters on it, you put those counters on the Ozolith. 1/1 counters, lifelink counters, you name it. And at the beginning of combat on their turn, if it has counters on it, they can put all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. So that's what we saw right there with this Thopter token with the 5/5s, or with the 5/1/1 counters. Not fun. They dealt a bunch of damage and they just happened to have 2 slip out the backs, making Galta phase out, basically not exist, and Regisaur Alpha. And then we were only able to deal 8 damage, take them down to 4, and they would have killed us next turn. Yeah, very, very interesting. Anything with Hardened scales is quite scary stuff. More counters, flying, Thopters. Well, it's not that scary. It's only scary once. Most stuff is only scary once. And then I bring some hate against it. Or I just never face it again for weeks at a time. That's certainly a very real possibility. I still haven't faced spirits again after Sunday. No, Saturday night. I faced spirits 5 times. I was like, oh, what's going on? Haven't faced them since, but I still want to keep that Rending Volley in. Boros Heroic, Mono White Aggro, Grease Fang. Still can hit quite a bit of stuff. Do I like this? Not so much. Commune with Dinosaurs to get the 3rd land. Well, it's okay. Nah, we'll try for something better. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Ooh. Good. Send Galta to the bottom. There's 4 copies in the deck, so we know there's a pretty good chance of seeing her. And, of course, that copy would be basically guaranteed to be shuffled up closer than the very bottom of the deck. Yeah. Oh, Marauding Raptor. Beautiful. This is looking pretty good. Hopefully it's not mono black. Okay, maybe it is. Who knows? Vampires. something? Maybe. Golgari. Golgari mid-range. Well, too many lands at this point. We should be drawing something good soon. We can play anything, basically. Oh, another... Is this another hardened type scales? Okay. Oh. Speaking of playing anything. Well, there you go. And this Elvish Archivist. Showcase it a little bit. Whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield, put 2 counters on Elvish Archivist. But with the Ozolith, the Shattered Spire, they put 3 counters, an additional one. So that thing is going to grow out of control. But maybe it's too little too late. Yeah, that's devastating. I don't think they're coming back from that. But as I said, look. Oh. Ooh. There you go. I love that I said we can play anything, and then we drew a thing that we played quite a bit sooner than turn 7. That was turn 4, I think. Either way, it's a thing with artifacts and counters, which is kind of strange, you could say. Variants can be pretty strange. You face the same deck 3 times in a row, you scratch your head and you wonder, oh, what's up? Should I change things to combat that? Yeah. Chalk it up to variants, move along, try to beat it as best you can. Find out kind of the common deck wherever you're at, whatever you're facing, over quite a few matches, and that should be the best way. That's a good way to go about it. However, yeah, Tranquil Throwback. I don't think they have much or any enchantments. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Looking to take out this Elvish Archivist, though. Absolutely. Before it gets too big. That's very scary stuff. Nothing can do that, though. We'll trim 2 Galtas. Maybe I could trim 2 Tyrannix Rexes again. They might have some removal, though. They are in Golgari colors, the black specifically. I bet they'll bring in more removal if they have it in their sideboard. Cause us even more pain. This hand would not cause a lot of pain. I could risk it. We'd certainly probably get that 3rd land by turn 3, but that's very slow. And Topiary would get us to 4. Maybe we'd be at 5 lands on turn 4 to play the Great Henge, which they couldn't. You know what? I'm going to try it. Yeah. Oh, Thoughtseize. No. Had to happen at some point tonight. It wouldn't be a night without Thoughtseize, really. I'd almost be sad if I never saw it. It just wouldn't feel right. Bum, bum. Hopefully it's not another one. Oh! Oh. Well, you know what that calls for. That's our chances crashing and burning. Not great. Not great. Patrick, okay. Artifacts and things. Artifacts and counters. We can't play Tranquil Throwback. Doesn't make any sense. We don't have that extra mana to, just use its abilities, which is kind of rough. Sometimes you are caught in this awkward position where you don't have any extra mana to get the benefit, but you want to play it because maybe it's their only thing to... Okay, yeah. Very weird. A doubling artifact list back to back. Wayward Swordtooth, not the greatest thing in the world. However, I think this is the less scary counter artifact deck. Hopefully. Hopefully Wayward Swordtooth sticks around and we get to go with the Great Henge next turn. It is reduced to 4. Yeah, back to back. Maybe something's up. Maybe some content creator made some deck and they named the title 95% win rate. Yeah, something like that. Oh, never mind. We can't win. Oh, what are we thinking? Wayward Swordtooth can't block. Patchwork Automaton is too big. But yeah, they named the deck 95% win rate. Blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. I have to look that up. Whenever I find scenarios like this where I face an uncommon deck multiple times, I sometimes go to YouTube and just search if I can find somebody pretty big that featured this. This is basically the first and now second time that I've faced it. Odd. I won't make any changes yet. Certainly, I think this is a fluke still. Well, we'll keep it like that. Basically, hope to do the same thing we did in Game 1. We know they had Thought Seizes, unfortunately. That's okay. And maybe we won't see 2. Maybe we'll see 3 early. But that right there, that's the Great Henge. 4 lands plus Topiary, that's 5 lands. Topiary reducing the Great Henge to 5 mana with its 4 power. And, oh, yep, Hardened, okay, well, this is wackiness. I assume there was Hardened Scales in there, we just didn't see it the first or second game. Okay. Okay. Makotai Soul Ripper. Interesting. Well, Wayward Swordtooth instead. We got a bunch of lands and it makes the Great Henge cheaper. But whenever it attacks, you can sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, you put a counter on Makotai Soul Ripper. Interesting. I don't like the looks of this. Hopefully it's too little too late. Oh boy, I kind of think it is going to be too little too late. Especially if they don't stop us soon. Certainly got to go with Marauding Raptor next turn. If they haven't killed us, it's going to be absolutely devastating. And still getting to go with this. I like Tyrannix Rex instead. I want to be playing that. I was kind of thinking of land, but nah. At the very least, we have Marauding Raptor to block, which is good. I don't think we should be dead. If they want to attack, it's going to be a bloodbath next turn. I'm not blocking. We're not dead. They may be. Ooh, look at that, folks. And this is the ultimate. Where is it? Where is it? Exciting. Something. Huntmaster is 1 red, always dies to Marauding. Not so with the Great Henge. Boom, 1 red. It survives with the counter. And we reduce everything else by, yeah. Let me think. What would be the best option, though? I want to go Castle Garenbrig. Definitely. Gotta leave at least 1 source of red behind for Regis or Alpha there. Hopefully we draw land. That would be nice. Okay, no, it's still good with Topiary Stomper. Get a land. That gets us to 7. We're currently at 5. I like that instead. They may... Hopefully they're dead. Probably dead. Okay, good stuff. Crossing my fingers we can kill them. And I can play 2. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Maybe I get another Marauding. Or I just get a Wayward Swordtooth for 1 green. 1 green for a 6/6 haste. Draw a card. If that's not good, I don't know what is. Oh, and we can play this. Not that it matters. Hopefully that does enough. I don't think it will, but... We got Dinosaur and the Huntmaster to block. That's pretty good. Yeah, if only Marauding Raptor and only every creature had trample. That'd be ideal. Well, that's alright. I like it. We'll still have Topiary, Dinosaur, Huntmaster sticking around to block. We're at 9. Oh, we may be safe. I think we're safe. Pretty sure. That's how you dino. Now, we wouldn't have quite been able to do that with that new dinosaur I talked about at the start of the stream here. Wayward Swordtooth, I must admit, did allow us to play those extra lands we draw. We were able to play 2 extra lands that turn because we had 2 Wayward Swordtooths. But, yeah, otherwise, I'm looking forward to that dino. Oh, that's pretty big. Oh, they're gonna fight somebody. Okay. And we still kill him.
You won! You did it!
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Well, we certainly did get revenge. My, oh my. That was good. That was absolutely beautiful. That is exactly what you want to do with dinosaurs, with the Great Henge. Wayward Swordtooth is cheap. You draw a land, you play more stuff. Wayward for 1 green. Imagine that new dinosaur. Bonkasaurus. I'm going to call it Bonkasaurus for now just because I can't remember its actual name. I've only read it once or twice. But, yeah, that thing as well. I might just normally mix it in. Keep Tyrannosaurus Rex, Carnage Tyrant, or maybe most of the copies in the sideboard, and then have that just make it super duper dirt cheap dinos. To get a cheap Great Henge, to get a cheap Galta, some way to make them big. Oh, big and trample. That's the main thing. All right. Well, if it is a 3rd time against a Hardened Scales 1/1 counters deck, I think I will have to revisit that specific hate for it. Ooh. Definitely. Ace is online. Huh. Alrighty then. That works for me. Works for me. A bunch of lands, 2 communes, hopefully grabbing Marauding Raptor at least, or Topiary Stomper. Something like that. Oof, Mardu. Oh, we got maybe 5-color Fires of Invention. Possibly. That's my thinking. It's been quite a while since I've faced it. We do have Back to Nature to absolutely smoke them, which is quite nice. Do I like Galta or do I like a land? That's a good question. Yeah, we're going with Cinderglade instead. We got a bunch more Galtas. Let's not be too greedy. Let's maximize the benefit of Wayward there. They do have a source of white. Do they have all 5 types to, or 4 types? Mountain, plain, swamp, forest, island. So, Leyline Binding would currently be pretty dirt cheap. Question is, do I want Wayward Swordtooth? Wayward Swordtooth would want to stick around for multiple turns. This turn I play an extra land, but next turn I want to play an extra land. And I may only be playing 1 when they do what they're about to do. Okay, they don't have Leyline Binding. Well, that is good to confirm at the very least. Certainly Wayward Swordtooth would have been better in that particular scenario, but you never know. It's certainly probably good to err on the side of caution. Okay, just a Fable. I'll take it. Still certainly want to go with Wayward. No, I kind of like the Great Henge. Nah, we're going all out. Hopefully they don't sweep us next turn. Cross the fingers. It's gonna get good. Now we would still be able to play Carnage Tyrant. We'd use 4 for the Great Henge. It would tap for 2, plus 2 other lands, plus the Stomping Ground here. But I think something bad is going to happen. And there's the Leyline Binding. Okay, so they just pretty much drew it. At least they left Wayward Swordtooth around. Or they're okay, Enigmatic Incarnation. We know this stuff. This is like an old friend that we don't get along with too well. Yeah, I still like the Great Henge. We'll see what Commune with Dinosaurs gets us. I would imagine Topiary Stomper. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Make a big thing. Certainly easily get to 7 lands. Ooh. Okay. Well, there you go. Hopefully things don't get too nasty, but that's pretty nasty. Man, that packs a punch. Going to be playing a lot next turn. As long as they don't Leyline Binding the Great Henge. Keep in mind, Leyline Binding can exile a non-land permanent. So basically, anything on the battlefield that isn't a land, they can exile. And the Great Henge is probably going to be public enemy number 1, I would think. Or a sweeper. They haven't played Fires of Invention, which is quite nice. Also nice that they haven't sacrificed Leyline Binding. Either way, this turn is probably going to be pretty rough. That's alright too. Okay, it's pretty good. What are they getting for 4 is the question. Archon of Sun's Grace, huh. Well, I still say Wayward Swordtooth. We still easily have 6 for Carnage Tyrant. Maybe we get to Regisaur. Oh, okay. Marauding Raptor. We can also play this. Still have enough for Carnage Tyrant. Oh, okay. Well, we played Carnage Tyrant. Sadly, we couldn't play Tyrannix Rex, but that's okay. I'll take it. Maximum aggression. Go, go, go. Taking out 2 goblins. I like it. That's pretty good. Taking out a lot of stuff, actually. No sweeper. But even if they do have a sweeper, again, we still got Tyrannix Rex ready and waiting, possibly taking them out in one hit if they have nothing. There's the Fires of Invention, finally. Being able to cast up to 2 spells. Temporary lockdown. Okay. The only thing it gets rid of is Marauding Raptor, so that's not too much of a problem. But yeah, playing 2 spells a turn and only spells on their turn. Are they finally going to sacrifice Leyline Binding? They're not. Alright. I like it. Tolsimir? Fine by me. That makes no sense. Okay. That's got to lock things up. Ooh. Oh, ouch.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
That called for it, absolutely. I think that's a call to ambulance moment. Okay, we took game 1, and they don't even know what's about to hit them. They're going to pack it in real quick. But what do I want to switch out? Everything worked out beautifully. We got the Great Henge. It could get exiled by Leyline Binding. One Galt at least. Maybe one Great Henge. I'm going to go with 3 Commune with Dinosaurs just to finish things off. Back to Nature is an added thing that Commune can't grab. Sometimes that's my reasoning for trimming a few Communes. I still want to keep all the other good stuff, and they have a few ways to interact, but nothing too painful when we destroy all enchantments. I mean, that's not going to do it, but it's certainly not the worst thing in the world. Commune to grab Marauding, Topiary, Wayward Swordtooth especially, because we got a bunch of lands. Wayward Swordtooth could be extra valuable with all this stuff. Easily get us to Regisaur Alpha on turn 4. Play an extra land, a 4th land on turn 3 with Wayward's ability. Boom. Possibly see Carnage Tyrant on turn 4 if we get to 6 lands. Oh, we got it. The first draw. The first draw. What? Ooh. And there you go. There's Marauding. But if they could go Leyline Binding, we don't want them to go Leyline Binding unless we have something to protect against it. Mountain, Plain, Swamp, Forest Island. So they could. But it's not too bad. They would only have 3 next turn. So let's get this down. We'll be ready and waiting for whenever they do their thing. Oh, Virtue of Persistence. Huh. Interesting. Well, we'll have that tapped. We'll get this Marauding down. That's going to be pretty good. At the very least, Leyline Binding, it costs 1. Okay. Touch the Spirit Realm. I'm touched. They would take out my things. Oh, they had a lot of outs. Oh, absolutely. It does okay. As you say that, cut. Look, I got the second one. I'm feeling pretty darn good right about now. Name Dinosaur. I don't see them getting out of this. Not anytime soon. Now the question becomes, do I want to play Regisaur Alpha into painful things? I think I do that. I think it's worth a try. They don't have too many more cards in hand, and this could be devastating. Elish Norn, Agent of Treachery, Deputy of Detention, 100%. Not fun. Urtai Resurrected. Okay. That's pretty good. Oh, also good. Everything's good. I kind of just like Tyrannix Rex. Maximum Aggression. Let's just go super duper aggro. Again, they don't have a whole lot in hand. We might be okay. Very, very difficult for them. It's hard not to hold up too, just because I am... Okay. Whoa, boy. There you go. I didn't even need Back to Nature. That's the nature of dinos, I guess. Man. I was even ready and waiting for that Leyline Binding. Didn't matter. That was pretty good, but sometimes I must admit I'm a little bit scared. I don't always just play this stuff. I don't tap out. I just try to hold up 2 every single turn. And then they get ahead because I was a little bit timid. So I am very appreciative that I was not timid in this specific case. And we got the job done. Man. Turning things around. And it's only getting better. We're going to get a lot of fantastic dinosaurs in Lost Caverns of Ixalan. So if they can find such good success right now, I mean, the sky's the limit. The sky really is the limit, because now we have a dinosaur dragon, the Dracosaur. Whew. I never would have expected that combination, but I'll take it. Not a lot of dinosaurs have flying, specifically red dinosaurs. We've got a bunch of white dinosaurs that have flying, which is very nice, but Now I don't have to go into that third color if I just want the flying stuff. I can still stay in red and green and still be mean. Mean amounts of damage. Doo, doo, doo. Boom, boom. I like the looks of that. Yeah, they're going first. One on the draw. Maybe we get another land. Oh. Okay, Thoughtseize. Classic. Oh, Dimir Mill. I don't like Mill. Hopefully it's not. That's always a bugger. Kind of like Topiary. You know what, I'll go with Stomping Ground. I'll just get an actual land. Something we don't have to discard if they want to make us discard or something like that. I'm thinking this is Mill. I don't think anybody likes playing against that deck. I mean, hopefully they don't have Fatal Push for Marauding, eventually getting to Regis or Alpha. I hope Marauding sticks around at least a few turns. Certainly I would imagine they have Drown in the Lock. They can counter or kill something if its mana value is equal to or less than the number of cards in our graveyard, which with a mill deck, I mean, that's basically guaranteed to be enough to counter or kill anything your opponent has, because well, already we're sitting at 5 things in our graveyard. There's going to be more going in this turn, I bet. Pretty much every turn they mill at least a little bit. That's good. Ooh. Okay, now we still got 2 lands in hand. I think we'll get to the things we want. Probably. Now, as long as we draw just at least 1 more land next turn, that's going to be good. Just trying to refresh Reddit and check all the new stuff. Interesting. Okay, well, we're getting there. They can't counter anything for 1, fortunately. Did they have a Fatal Push? Good, they missed their chance. I would not have been able to play Regis or Alpha otherwise. Ooh, they dodged a big bullet. That's not what you want to do. Now we're looking better. If we draw another land next turn, we'd be able to go Huntmaster for 2 and Galta for 3. Man, hopefully. Or just, well, no. Huntmaster plus Galta. We want Galta down, absolutely. Okay, they got a lot of scary stuff in there. We'll make it happen. Oh, I got some bodies. Oh, not quite. That's alright. Gotta start pressuring them a little bit. Okay, Galta next turn. We should be safe. We're still at 28 cards in the library. I don't expect they're able to mill maybe half of them this turn, hopefully. That is a little bit rough though. They take down the total power. Galta, at the moment, we can't play. Marauding Raptor would be pretty nice. But Fraying Sanity, I gotta take a look at that. Enchant player, at the beginning of each end step, they mill X cards, where X is the number of cards put into their graveyard from anywhere this turn. Well, nothing was put in that turn, so this is good. There's the Drown in the Lock. Oh goodness, that is a shock. Nothing much we can do about that. At the very least, we can send all these bodies towards Jace. That's not a great thing. Take him down by 1. Keep him a little bit low. You don't want that guy getting bigger and bigger. His minus X, target player mills 3 times X cards. It's not a pretty sight. Oh, cut. We're going to be... That elevates Dinosaurs or any other tribal deck, of course. But then all the other stuff. Yeah, pretty much Cavern alone does the trick. If we get another land next turn, we get to go Galta. That's where it's at. Able to make 6 or play Carnage Tyrant if we're... Okay, wow, they got a lot of... Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Mill and mill. Oh, we got it, folks. I say we just go Galta, attack Jace. Yeah. We're at 13. That's not fun. We have to reduce all the mill humanly possible. All the chances of them milling. I think it's got to be Galta because Jace has to go down. Only have to attack with 2 creatures. Don't really need to bother attacking with those. Yeah. Jace still dies. I would have liked to take him down a lot of damage, but I don't think we would have... Well, we wouldn't have quite killed him. And that's very scary stuff. Leaving Jace alone with all the mill. We're at a very scary 13 cards left in the library. I'm not comfortable with it. Okay, that's rough. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Okay, fine, you win. Yeah, I get it. So we couldn't quite get the job done against this deck. Cavern of Souls, where you at? So we know Shifting Ceratops 100% is coming in. Tranquil Frillback. Fraying Sanity has to go. Absolutely. Now, at the beginning of each end step, enchanted player mills X cards. We mill double. Whatever they mill, if they mill 15, this makes us mill another 15 at the end. No, not happening. At least hopefully not happening with these 2 frillbacks. They have other enchantments that mill cards or support the milling theme, so maybe I could bring it back to nature. Trim Huntmaster. I mean, going fast with Shifting Ceratops is nice. The Ruin Crabs and the Merfolk Secret Keepers, they can't block this because of the protection from blue, which is sometimes how I get the job done against this deck. Just very pesky and annoying. Nah, we'll keep Back to Nature out. I think we'll get the job done. And I still like T-Rex, Carnage Tyrant. These things, of course, can't be countered. I say we trim Galta. Yeah. The Great Henge, actually, we may not want to draw a whole lot of cards. Nah, 2 communes. Nah, I think we might want to. If we can get that early Great Henge down, it's a pretty good chance, hopefully. That might make all the difference, I think. As long as we have a healthy amount left. They haven't gone turn 1 Ruin Crab, turn 2 Ruin Crab, and then play this second land. Milling 6 with the 2 Ruin Crabs that are out, and then maybe the land is Fabled Passage, so they pop it, and then they mill another 6. That's the worst case scenario, so just hopefully it doesn't happen. But I think it's worth a shot. This hand, even though it's a little bit light on the lands, we got 2 things for 2. Ruin Crab. Ooh, okay, good. Phew. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm liking this. At the very least, worst case scenario, Marauding for 1, Tranquil Frillback for 1. Oh, Fabled Passage. Okay, okay. At least they didn't get turn 1 Rune Crab. That's where it's at. Okay, okay. If we could have only played something for 2, that land entered tapped, we weren't able to use that extra mana. Another Fatal Push, perhaps. Yeah, just keep milling away. Gotta be Topiary Stomper. We need more lands. 100%. And they can't counter it, of course. They only have 1 black. Boom. We're looking pretty. Good. We take out a blocker. Keep the way clear at least a little bit. Doing some devastating damage next turn. That Tranquil Failback possibly taking out some enchantment. Fraying Sanity if they play it. Or anything else nasty. Fortunately, they don't have a whole lot. That is good. Again, 1 black can't counter anything, so you know what it has to be. Maybe they do have a Fatal Push. They were looking at stuff there for a second, wondering if they could take out Regis or Alpha with Fatal Push, perhaps. Huh. Okay, I like it. Are they really going to take out... Oh my, that's not what you do. We're only at 4 lands. We need 3 more to do anything with Topiary Stomper. That was not right. I appreciate it. That's good. I don't think that made a whole lot of sense. What's the other thing in their hand? Is it a counter spell? Well, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they're hoping to counter something and they can't. They're gonna die. Eventually. Once they figure it out. Good stuff. Don't have to go Shifting Ceratops Trample if it can't be blocked. We should get them, although it could be pretty sneaky, maybe. 22? No. We gotta be good at this point. I don't see him getting out of this. Bum 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 bum. Okay, it's a little bit. They drew a card. Looking for... nothing.
You have no power here.
Got him. There we go. Took him a little bit to realize the inevitable defeat. However, I'm kind of thinking Rending Volley. I hate that Rune Crab with a passion of... Well, yeah, I hate it. Trim a Great Henge just to get us down to 61 and maybe 1 Huntmaster. It dies to Fatal Push. Too much memory or something, huh? I think I'm back. Odd. Hopefully I'm back. Man, they met a lot of stuff. Well, we're going to be taking out that Rune Crab. as I have been. If everybody is back. Still very glitchy. Maybe I have to do some updates or something, or work on freeing up memory for this. Maximum aggression. Get the job done. We're back. Okay. Yeah, I'm just surprised that it reconnected. Okay, good stuff. Gotta pop out the chat again. Move it over to my secondary monitor. But yeah, it okay. It's going to be interesting to watch back at the very least. Yeah, Topiary Stomper. That'd be good. Can't counter it. Really should have just played Tranquil Frillback and killed him now that I think about it. I'm still a little mind-boggled about whatever happened. But yeah, it seems I maxed out on my memory. Okay, there's the music again. All right, we're good. Back on track. Are they dead? I think it appears to be. I'm just curious how that looked. Everything probably just went blank and froze. Reconnected. At least it is a good test to know that, well, I can recover. I don't have to end things there, and no, it's good. Always room for improvement, though. I probably can cool things down a little bit, where I keep my computers kind of confined somewhat. Gets a little bit hot. I have a lot of processes running. It's Arena, it's OBS to stream, it's Google Google Chrome for the live stream connection, and the secondary monitor to look at the chat, and the music playing in Windows Media Player, and any number of background things. Also the automatic background removal that I've used for ever. This is not a green screen, it's just artificially takes it out. So many things are eating up the processes. Since it reconnected, it is a little bit of a glitch. I can't say good game, and I definitely say good game against Dimir Mill. Any type of mill, because I like to bring the pain to them. Always. They're probably mad they're not winning. Maybe they should do something other than this pesky deck. I'm just happy I won. Sometimes, of course, I do lose to this, and it's probably my least favorite thing to lose against. You just try to do the best you can, and you don't get stuff. I do have NVIDIA. Okay, I should wonder about that. Maybe that would be better to not crash. Sometimes OBS just crashes. But yeah, there's just so many processes. A lot of little things and programs that come together to make what you're seeing. However, that is a lovely recovery. I was about ready to quit, but I logged back in, defeated Dimir Mill, flying right up, devastating anybody and everybody. That was very painful a couple nights ago, where I basically lost everything. But you gotta stay positive. Get a big sample size, you get a good streak of wins, some losses, combine it all to give a good perspective on any deck or variation that you're playing. I'm gonna have to look at that. I always try to check the task manager just to see how things are, which I guess I could check right now. Yeah. See how the memory is. Ooh, yeah, OBS that's running hot. OBS is about 4,000. OBS is, yeah. Wow. OBS is the majority of what's being run. Oh, and there's 2 copies of Arena just because of everything that crashed right there. Very strange. Of course, it is pretty hard to recover perfectly after things go down like that. Let me try exiting things. See if that fixes it. Yeah, I'll definitely look into NVIDIA streaming, capturing, and whatnot, because I must admit, sometimes there is memory problems with all of this. Memory currently is at 70%. That's not fun. And sometimes when I do play the clips, like a particularly long one.
You won! You did it!
Or play both of them, or a bunch at once. The memory sometimes can spike, it lags, because it has difficulty with that. So I always wonder if that affects things too. But yeah, memory being at 70%, there may not be a whole lot that I can do to avoid that. But yeah, that crash, what happened. If your computer is doing too many things, it just it goes on the fritz, and whatever that is, that can happen. If you're wondering what happened. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at OBS. I think I'll end it there for tonight. Fantastic all around. Lovely getting to Platinum 1, get to Diamond. This variation. Ooh. And with the new dinosaurs that we've seen already and that we're going to get with Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Stunning. A top deck. If they're not already, with some mixture, maybe I'm playing the right mixture, maybe not. Yes, a very good night still. Cut. Thanks for watching. Anybody else right now, later on, whenever it is. Have a good rest of your time zone. See you tomorrow. Hopefully. And I'll get things smoothed out. At least everything stayed connected mostly tonight. Right. Peace.